Now, last night, Florida Republican Congressman Byron Donalds sparred with far-left lunatic over at MSDNC or NBC host Joy Reid and showed us just why he's such a rising star in the Republican Party. Watch this.
So do you not believe that the idea was to make a diversity statement by nominating him?
Well, actually, first, that was not the idea, because I was in the room when the decision was made by people who chose to nominate me. That never came.
And you've still not explained how you're qualified. You've never been in leadership.
Are you going to let me answer your question?
Sure,
or you
tell us.
Over me? Okay. Number two, now let's go back. The reality is that a lot of members actually do believe in my ability to lead. They do. Am I to be despised for my youth because I've served one term, when members know that I have the ability to engage other members through the conference? But it's even bigger than that. Listen, we were at an impasse last week in our speakership elections. We got that done. Kevin McCarthy is now Speaker of the House.
On voting laws, you defend voting laws that said getting rid of ballot harvesting is a good thing that we did. So you've defended the Florida voting laws.
And you've actually laws in the country.
The Florida voting laws?
Florida election laws are the best election laws in the country. And go ask Arizona, go ask California, go ask New York. We do it the best.
Okay. All right.
Now, of course, Joy Reid has a history of these types of smear tactics. Does NBC stand by this? Here's another small sample. Take a look.
I think even though we intellectually understand what America is at its base, right, that there is a great amount of racism, anti-blackness, anti-wokeness. So for so many reasons, being a freeloader and a selfish and disrespectful one, and for misappropriating black vernacular for misogynistic purposes, Elon Musk is the absolute worst. The coverage of Ukraine has revealed a pretty radical disparity in how human Ukrainians look and feel to Western media compared to their browner and blacker counterparts. But if somehow they manage to stumble into the Supreme Court, do any of you guys trust Uncle Clarence and Amy Coney Barrett and those guys to actually follow the letter of the law? Tim Scott standing there to provide the patina of diversity over that round of words, that basket full of words.
Now, sadly, the politics of personal destruction is nothing new from the left, as Congressman Donald's wife, Erica, is now shining a light on the attacks that they both received from unhinged liberal agitators, tweeting, quote, Byron and I have been together for 23 plus years, and the most racist attacks we experience are always from the left. They can't accept that a free-thinking black man achieved success on his own merits, and they sure as heck can't stand that he's married to me. Cry harder, haters. Here with reaction, Congressman Byron Donalds and his wife, Erica. Erica, I think you need to join him in Congress and the Senate, in politics, because I loved your tweet, and you're right. I've gotten to know your husband, and he's a natural-born leader, a great story in terms of personal success. Have you gotten a lot of reaction to that, Erica?
Definitely more reaction than I expected, Sean, and I really appreciate you having me on. But the truth is just what you said. My husband is a natural-born leader. He is the future of the Republican Party. His colleagues in Congress know it. His colleagues from the Florida House know it. People who worked with him in his career in finance know it. I certainly know it, and my boys do. It's unfortunate that those on the other side they're the ones trying to tokenize him and say that the only reason he's successful is because of the color of his skin or because of who his wife is and the color of my skin. We all know that that's not true, and he has achieved his success by hard work, merit, and intelligence, and I'm so proud of him.
And you should be. I mean, I've gotten to know you, Congressman, and I find it an honor. I love your life story. But you look at Joy Reid. I was surprised you went on her show. She's used the term Uncle Clarence about Clarence Thomas. She once suggested the GOP has hatred for Biden because he was the vice president to a black president. She once said education, the issue is code for white parents who don't want race taught in schools. Maybe she forgot Joe Biden partnered with a former Klansman to stop integration of public schools. He didn't want schools to be a racial jungle. She also said people on the right would trade all the tax cuts for the ability to openly say the N-word. Where does she get this from? And what's your reaction to NBC?
Well, I mean, look, I don't really pay much attention to what Joy says. I think going on the show was more about bringing the ideas of conservatism to all voters, something I told my voters back in Southwest Florida I was going to do. And, I have no problem doing those interviews because it's important that all Americans hear the ideas that conservatives push and that we believe in, because it's been the thing that's made America the beacon of light across the world. So I'm not afraid of the tough talk or the battles, because that's what's necessary for republicanism and conservatism, more importantly, to succeed in these United States.
Erica, how do you feel now that your husband has been in Congress and is in Congress, has now emerged as a leader? The attacks seem to escalate. You okay with all that?
We have thick skin. Sean, you might know I served on the school board in our local county, and that's one of the worst places to get attacked.
You might be investigated as a domestic terrorist.
I definitely am one of those active parents. Byron and I have been involved in this fight for over 10 years now. Members of the Tea Party movement, conservatives in our community, we are no stranger to the battle against the left, and we're not afraid of them. And it takes leaders like Byron to go on MSNBC and CNN and battle them with ideas, with policies, with facts, and let the world know that we are not afraid to come with the receipts and show the America the truth about their policies and the impact of them.
I personally gave up on them all after I went on The View with Rosie O'Donnell. That was it for me, a total waste of my time. Anyway, Congressman, thanks for being with us. Erica, great to have you. Congratulations, 23 years, both of you. We appreciate your time.